Nighttime sweats. While you sleep, your body sometimes turns your bed into a warm, damp sweat trap. Heat builds, moisture pools, and you end up stewing in your own sweat. This process is also called night sweats, and it's your body's way of managing temperature when things drift off balance. Normally, your core temperature drops overnight, hitting its lowest point in the early morning. That cool down is intentional. It helps sleep stay efficient. But if the room is too warm, the blankets are too heavy, or your immune system is ramping up, that cooling process can fail. When that happens, the hypothalamus, your internal thermostat, steps in. It activates sweat glands that pump out a salty water mix designed to evaporate off your skin and carry heat away. The problem is that under blankets, that sweat doesn't evaporate efficiently. It lingers. That's when things can get gross. Sweat itself doesn't smell, but skin bacteria love it. They break down proteins in sweat and leave behind that unmistakable sour gym bag aroma. Add skin oil, and the moisture spreads into a thin film that keeps everything warm and damp longer. Most of the time, this is normal, but soaking night sweats can sometimes signal hormonal shifts, infections, or more serious issues. So if you wake up damp and confused, don't panic. Your body wasn't malfunctioning, it was just desperately trying to cool itself and accidentally turned your bed into a sweat stew. Snot cocktail. You wake up feeling something thick stuck in your throat because mucus, dead cells, and debris spent the night slowly fermenting back there. That morning lump isn't always a cold. It might just be a homemade cocktail. Your nose and sinuses are mucus factories, pumping out up to a couple of quarts a day. This slime has a job: trap dust, germs, and debris, then keep the air you breathe warm and moist. During the day, this system runs smoothly because you're upright, swallowing constantly, and clearing your throat. When you lie flat when you're sleeping, gravity stops helping and starts sabotaging. Instead of draining forward or being quietly swallowed, mucus collects and slowly slides down the back of your throat, mixing with dead cells and trapped particles along the way. This is how your body secretly makes its nightly snot cocktail. This buildup is called post-nasal drip, and it's why you might wake up hoarse, coughing, or with that annoying lump in the throat feeling. In some cases, chronic post-nasal drip can irritate airways, worsen asthma, or lead to sinus infections. And as we age, mucus gets thicker and harder to move, which explains why older adults wake up sounding like they're choking on their own saliva. So if mornings start with throat clearing instead of words, don't panic and call in sick yet. That might be last night's mucus making its presence known. Midnight farts. You fall asleep peacefully, wrapped in blankets. Meanwhile, under the covers, your body relaxes and quietly releases built-up gas straight into the space under your blankets. Inside your large intestine live trillions of bacteria whose full-time job is breaking down leftovers your body couldn't digest, especially certain carbohydrates like beans, onions, and certain fruits. These bacteria ferment that food, and gas is produced as waste. During the day, you're consciously clenching, suppressing, and holding things in because society has rules. But as you sleep, the anal sphincter naturally loosens, removing the last layer of supervision. Add blankets trapping everything above ground, and you've created a low ventilation pocket where the smell has nowhere to go. If you use a CPAP machine for sleep apnea, there's a bonus feature. The steady air pressure can push extra air into your stomach, a process called aerophagia, basically inflating the system overnight. And by morning, it turns your gut into a fart factory. You're not trying to poison your girlfriend sleeping beside you. Your body just scheduled waste removal for the middle of the night. Spine swelling. All day long, gravity is beating up your spine. Every step, sit and slouch, slowly squeezes the soft discs between your vertebrae, forcing water out of them like sponges being squeezed. By the time evening rolls around, you're actually shorter than you were that morning, sometimes by almost half an inch. Those discs are gel-filled cushions, designed to absorb shock and keep your bones from grinding together. During the day, constant pressure flattens them as fluid leaks out. But when you lie down to sleep, the pressure drops. With gravity backing off, the discs begin pulling fluid back in. Water and nutrients seep into them through a process called imbibition, slowly plumping the discs back up so they can cushion your spine again. Basically, your spine spends the night rehydrating and swelling back to its full size. It's a little unsettling to imagine your backbone quietly puffing up while you dream, but it's essential. Skip this nightly reset often enough, and the discs start to crack, bulge, or herniate, leading to chronic pain and reduced movement. So if you feel taller, looser, or less creaky in the morning, thank your spine for quietly hydrating while you snore the night away. Face grease. You go to bed with a clean face, then morning hits and your forehead looks like the ocean after an oil spill, and your skin released it all on purpose. Hidden inside your skin are sebaceous glands, tiny oil factories whose job is to produce sebum, the oily substance that waterproofs your skin and keeps it flexible. These glands run on a circadian rhythm, meaning they work differently depending on the time of day. For many people, nighttime is when oil production quietly ramps up. While you sleep, your skin temperature rises and your skin becomes slightly more acidic. That environment helps spread sebum into a thin, greasy film across the surface of your skin. This oil layer mixes with leftover sweat and forms a protective coating called the hydrolipid film, which helps block bacteria and keeps moisture from escaping. The problem is that in oily skin, this protection goes a little overboard. By morning, pores can look stretched, skin feels slick, and your face reflects light like it's been lightly glazed. And despite popular belief, skipping moisturizer makes this worse. When you strip away oil, your skin assumes it's dehydrated and cranks production even higher the next night. Morning grease is just your skin compensating for dryness, sometimes a little too enthusiastically. Eating your insides. Every night, while you're asleep, your intestines shed billions of cells into your own stomach acid, and you digest them before morning. Your digestive tract is one of the most extreme environments in the human body. It's full of hydrochloric acid strong enough to melt flesh, and enzymes designed to rip proteins apart. To survive this chaos, your gut lining can't stick around for long. Instead, it follows a strict rebuild schedule. Your gut lining is under constant acid attack, so instead of patching damage, your body replaces the entire wall every 3 to 5 days. About 100 billion intestinal cells are shed daily. New cells are born deep in the gut lining, then slowly rise upward like workers on a moving scaffold. When they reach the surface, they carry out their job and self-destruct on purpose, a process called apoptosis, then fall into the gut to be broken down and reused. You are literally dissolving yesterday's gut lining and reusing it like leftovers. This constant turnover keeps the barrier tight, preventing gut bacteria from leaking into the bloodstream. By the time you wake up, the dead cells are cleared, the new lining is secure, and the bad germs are locked out again. You never felt a thing, but your gut just survived another overnight siege. Body lockdown. While you sleep, your brain shuts down your ability to move, locking your muscles in place so your body can't act on your dreams. You're conscious nowhere, but paralyzed everywhere. During REM sleep, the stage where dreams get cinematic, your brain is wildly active. You could be flying, fighting, or falling, but your body never gets the memo. To stop you from acting those dreams out, your brainstem snaps on a set of chemical handcuffs called REM atonia. Neurons release inhibitory chemicals like GABA and glycine onto your spinal motor neurons, making your muscles temporarily unresponsive, even when your brain is screaming, move. Without this system, dreams would spill into reality, and sometimes they actually do. When the system fails, people physically act out dreams, a condition called REM sleep behavior disorder. And when the lockdown chemicals linger too long, you get sleep paralysis, where you wake up but can't move your body. While you sleep, your eyes and breathing stay online, but nearly everything else is shut off. Because if your body followed your dreams, people would wake up punching furniture, sprinting into walls, and launching themselves off mattresses at 3 a.m.